You don't have a motivation problem. You have an identity problem. And until you fix it, you will repeat the same year over and over again. You keep waiting to feel ready. You keep waiting to feel inspired. But what if the reason you're stuck is because you're still trying to win as the old version of yourself? Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you isn't hype. It's the real reason you haven't changed. You've been taught that motivation is the answer. Wake up early, watch a speech, listen to music, get fired up, and for a moment it works. You feel unstoppable. You promise yourself this time will be different. But then, 2 days later, your alarm rings, and you hit snooze again. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, but because motivation is emotional, and emotion fades. You were never designed to rely on emotion to build a future. You were designed to operate from identity. And right now, your identity is still wired for comfort. You say you want discipline, but you still identify as someone who struggles with discipline. You say you want success, but you still identify as someone who's trying. And trying is the identity of someone who doesn't believe they are it yet. That's the problem. You don't need more fire. You need a new self-image. Read this carefully in your mind. You will never outperform your identity. You can temporarily act above it, but you will always fall back to it. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will sabotage consistency. If you see yourself as average, you will reject opportunities that require excellence. If you see yourself as not that type of person, you will avoid the actions that create that type of person. Your brain protects identity at all costs, even when that identity is destroying your potential. Because identity equals safety, and safety feels good, even if it keeps you small. That's why people stay broke, stay out of shape, stay stuck. It's not lack of knowledge, it's not lack of opportunity, it's identity protection. Your brain would rather be consistent than successful. Let that sink in. You have a sentence inside your head. You don't say it out loud, but it's there. I'm just not disciplined. I've never been confident. I'm bad with money. I'm not built like that. That sentence is your prison, and every action you take either reinforces it or breaks it. Here's the brutal truth. Your current life is evidence of who you believe you are. Your habits reflect it. Your income reflects it. Your standards reflect it. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity, and motivation can't save you from that. Motivation gives you a rush, a spike, a temporary high. It feels like progress, but it's emotional theater. It doesn't change who you believe you are. It just excites you temporarily. And when the emotion drops, you return to baseline, your baseline identity. That's why you keep restarting. That's why you keep saying this time will be different. Without identity shift, nothing is different. You're just recycling hope. There comes a moment, not loud, not dramatic, quiet, where you stop asking, how do I stay motivated? And start asking, who do I need to become? That question changes everything, because becoming is permanent. Motivation is temporary. You don't need to be pumped up. You need to be redefined. And that requires confrontation with yourself. Not your circumstances, not your past, yourself. Identity without standards collapses. Standards protect identity. When you shift, you must raise the floor. No more just this once. No more I'll start tomorrow. Instead, that's beneath who I am now. Say it calmly. That's beneath who I am now. Not dramatic, not loud, certain. That sentence builds a wall between you and your old life. Changing identity threatens your environment. People will say you've changed. Yes, that's the point. Growth disrupts comfort, not just yours, theirs. When you evolve, it forces others to confront stagnation. Some will support you, some won't. That's the cost. And if you're unwilling to pay that cost, you're not serious. Because evolution always creates distance. Identity without standards collapses. Standards protect identity. When you shift, you must raise the floor. No more just this once. No more I'll start tomorrow. Instead, that's beneath who I am now. Say it calmly. That's beneath who I am now. Not dramatic, not loud, certain. That sentence builds a wall between you and your old life. When identity shifts, effort feels different. Discipline feels natural. Focus increases. Procrastination weakens. Not because you're forcing it, but because behavior flows from belief. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop negotiating. You just move, and that's power. Motivation screams. Identity decides. Let's define it. You are someone who keeps promises, moves regardless of mood, learns daily, protects time, acts boldly, handles setbacks quietly, thinks long-term. That's it. Not complicated, but repeated daily, unstoppable. Right now, you're choosing between who you've been and who you could become. No hype, no music, no dramatic moment, just decision. You don't need motivation, you need to decide who you are. Because once identity shifts, you don't go back. You don't negotiate. You don't wait to feel ready. You move because that's who you are. And when that locks in, nothing can stop you. Most people are trapped in the word trying. They say, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to succeed. Stop. Trying is an identity trap. Trying implies failure is acceptable. Trying implies doubt is allowed. Trying keeps your old self alive. When you say, I am disciplined, I am wealthy, I am unstoppable, you remove the word try from your vocabulary. Identity doesn't try. Identity executes. This is the first invisible boundary between ordinary and unstoppable people. They decide. You try. Slowly, the new identity becomes automatic. And guess what? People who fail never create this loop. They keep acting like the old self and wonder why nothing changes. You can control this feedback loop consciously. That's power. Identity speaks. People say, I don't have time, I don't have resources, I'm not lucky. Stop. External circumstances are irrelevant. Your results come from your inner self. Who you are internally will always outweigh what life gives you externally. Discipline isn't about time. Courage isn't about resources. Success isn't about luck. It's about who you have decided to become. Every day you delay identity shift. You reinforce the old self. Every excuse, every compromise, every I'll start tomorrow. It builds chains around you, and you will not notice until years pass. Until you're asking, why am I still here? Why am I not rich, disciplined, successful? The cost is enormous, not just in money or health or relationships. The cost is who you could have become. Do you want to keep paying that price? You must take radical responsibility. No blaming, no waiting, no life is hard. Everything that happens to you, everything you've been given or denied, everything you've lost or failed at, it's your responsibility. This doesn't mean self-blame, it means power. Because when you own everything, you control everything. When you accept responsibility, you stop being a victim. You start being unstoppable. Today, it's built in thousands of small decisions. The micro actions no one sees. Choosing one more hour of focus. Choosing to read instead of scroll. Choosing execution instead of hesitation. These tiny decisions accumulate. They stack, they compound into massive transformation. This is why most people fail. They wait for the dramatic, the grand, the motivated day. Identity doesn't wait. Identity moves in small wins. When identity shifts, opportunities begin to appear. Not because the world changed, because you changed. Your new identity attracts aligned people. Your decisions create momentum. Your actions invite success. A confident, decisive, disciplined person is magnetic. They don't chase luck. Luck chases them. This is the invisible advantage you've been ignoring. Everything you've just heard, the confrontation, the identity rules, the radical responsibility, it is meaningless unless you act. Right now, pause, look inside. Who do you want to be? Not next year, not next month, now. Decide. Decide to stop trying. Decide to stop waiting for motivation. Decide to stop accepting excuses. Become the person who acts when others hesitate. Be the person who executes when others stall. Be the person who creates when others complain. Every choice you make today, every small win, every micro decision, it is a brick in the foundation of the new you. This is your life. This is your identity. This is the moment you step out of the shadow of who you were and walk into the power of who you are. Remember, you don't need motivation. You need an identity shift. Shift it now. Shift it completely, and nothing will ever hold you back again.